Hey guys, it's Daijozen here. I've been asked to do a Prot help video. There's all sorts of questions, all sorts of answers that I can give, and I'm not too sure where to start. So I thought, well, the best way to start is probably talents. So I thought I might give a quick rundown on the two specs that I use. This one's my heal spec, which is 7.331, and this one is my DPS set, which is 3.731. The difference between them is, as you can tell, field dressing, second wind. That is for your heal spec. That's for survival. It's wonderful. Increases your healing, wonderful. Second wind is awesome for casters, mages, shadow priests, anything that's going to kite you, stun you, immobilize you. You generate 5% of your health and gain 20 rage. I wish I could have that in my DPS spec. I really do. That is just incredible. So where is it? Heal spec. Now, you get 2 impending victory. That is incredible also. Using Devastate on a target with 20% of health less has 50% chance to later use Victory Rush. Now, the heal may only be 5%, but it allows you to use Victory Rush free of rage that can hit for 22k before they're dead. So you have a move that can hit for 22k that you can use completely free of rage. That is win. That's great for, you know, those close fights at the end. You're getting healed and you're also doing damage. It's great. It almost makes it so when you're near the end, you want to be Devastate spamming until either Victory Rush and Shield Slam proc, and then use those two. Meanwhile, keeping up Shield Block, disarms, slows, etc. You know, there's a lot to do. You know, you want to be spell reflecting, you want to be stunning as soon as you can, you want to be interrupting, etc., etc., etc. I won't go into that right now. Now, I'm not too sure how well informed you are on your Prot specs, so I'll just give the whole thing a complete quick rundown just for those who don't know. If you do know, there might still be, you know, a little bit of things you might pick up. Or Academy, absolutely essential. No matter what spec, absolutely essential. Don't go for Blitz. I've seen a lot of guys do Blitz. It's not worth it for the 2 talent points or 1 talent point that you're wasting when you can put it in other things. You really have a tight fit with the points that you can spend as Prot. I wouldn't waste on Blitz. I also would never waste on Battle Trance. That's a complete waste. Never waste it on Toughness. It's not that big of a armor increase comparing to the fact that I don't have it, and I have 55% physical damage reduction just with my armor as it is. Don't get it. It's a waste. Thunderstruck is also a waste. Don't get it. That means you have to Thunderclap 3 times just to get the maximum out of your Shockwave. You use Shockwave as an interrupt, not really a damaging move. And that means you have to do 3 of those, 6 seconds. That's 20 plus seconds before you're even allowed to use Shockwave. That's gimping yourself. It's not giving you more damage, I'm sorry. Safeguard is, again, it's nice, but it's a waste of talent points. It really is. You usually intervene when, you usually do that when you're a flag carrier and you're wanting to get quickly across the field, or if you're wanting to help out a healer buddy. But, you're usually better off charging the guy that's fighting the healer buddy, because it will stun him and you'll get more rage instead of spending rage. And yeah, it's usually just better to charge the target as opposed to intervene the healer to help him. You usually intervene to get across fields. That's what I find. You can intervene to help people out, but yeah. Yeah, like it is nice. Reduces damage taken by the target of your intervene ability by 15, maybe 30, double stack for 6 seconds. 6 seconds, you can charge, get rage, and stun them, and you'll be doing damage instead of just intervening. I don't know. Personally, I find intervene is it's useful for getting across fields faster. It's not as useful as all your other tools for helping out someone. Vigilance is in my DPS spec. It is something I enjoy. At the moment, this is almost my main spec instead of the healing spec. Anyway, back to points. Now I've gone through that. Blood Craze. It's really, really essential no matter what spec you're in. I would like Second Wind to be able to be available on any spec, but it's not. Blood Craze is, and you want it in every single spec. It's almost always up, and you regenerate 3 to 3.5 if you have field dressing, of your total health every 5 seconds, which means you're constantly getting healed for quite a lot, constantly. It's the warrior's version of recuperate. It's essential. As my DPS spec goes, I don't have anything in my heal spec here, but for DPS, cruelty, 10% shield slam crit. Amazing, great, wonderful. Piercing How is just beautiful for slowing down rogues who are being dickheads and running around, so you can't even hit them because you're like, where the fuck are you? And he's got you slowed and you're trying to go, ah! And he's like, yeah! And Piercing How will slow him down so you can smack him with your shield harder, plain and simple. It's also great for catching up to druids and just about fucking anything, really. Piercing How means you don't have to stance as well, so you don't have to go, oh crap, I've got to go 1 to fucking, battle stance, and then I've lost my rage, and then I've got a hamstring. No, you can just Piercing How in defensive stance. This is a defensive stance build. You mostly stay into defensive stance most of the time, unless you are popping Recklessness. I'll go into that in a bit. Rude Interruption is lovely. You have a 12-second cooldown on Shield Bash, so you can pretty much have this buff up constantly. Lasts for 15 seconds. I wouldn't bother about the 2 points. You don't have enough points to spare. So 1 point means you have a 5% damage increase for 15 seconds, which can actually be up all the time. If you are interrupting every time that Shield Bash is ready, you get a 5% damage increase. That's lovely. Entice is very, very essential, considering that you need the 5 points and toughness is a waste, but also the fact that Heroic Strike is kind of your super attack kind of thing. Not your super attack, but okay. When you devastate, when you shield slam, when you do any move, you can then do Heroic Strike at the end of that move off the global cooldown. So you can go boom 20k shield slam, boom 20k Heroic Strike in a matter of seconds because it's off the global cooldown, and you can add it to any move. It's wonderful. It really is. With a 3-second cooldown means you literally can almost add it to every single move if you have enough rage to spare. That increases its critical strike chance and makes the next one a crit. Lovely, just lovely. Don't forget to use Heroic Strike. If you're wondering why your damage is gimped, it's because you're not using Heroic Strike. Then again, it is hard with rage, but you find a way, you get a feel for it. Blood and Thunder, personal preference, but also you don't really have any other choice. Toughness is not worth it. Blood and Thunder is lovely. You rend, you thunderclap. You're always thunderclapping. If you're not thunderclapping as a pro, you're doing it wrong. And just lovely. You apply rend to everyone. Why not? More damage, more rage. Yay. Rend. No, thunderclap. Where are we? It increases the damage between their attacks by 20%. That's a nerf to just about any melee, man. It's making a rogue hit you 20% slower. Don't forget that. Make sure you keep Thunderclap up. It's wonderful. Now, these are all pretty essential, and you don't really have to go into these. Make sure you have all of these. Shield Specialization, Shield Mastery, Hold the Line, Gag Order, Last Stand, Concussion Blow, Bastion Defense, and Warbringer. They're absolutely essential no matter what build you're in as Prot. You just need them. 6% Rage when you Spell Reflect. Just lovely. Just lovely. That's probably the reason why Spell Reflect's getting nerfed, really. Shield Mastery, yeah, just essential. Hold the Line. A lot of guys don't get it. Don't understand why. You have, my parry's at 10%. That means you have a 10% chance to increase your critical strike chance by 10% and your critical block chance by 10%. Why the fuck not? Like, I'm on 10% crit with Battle Shell, 15% crit with many classes buffs, and then with that, I'm at 25% crit, plus Cruelty, I'm at 35% crit for Shield Slam, without Recklessness. Get Hold the Line, okay, it's lovely. Gag Order, lovely, beautiful, yum. Last Stand, essential. Concussion Blow, essential. Bastion Defense is the reason why you want to stay in defensive stance longer and more often. And as this build makes full use of, 6% damage reduction, 6% critical strike reduction while in defensive stance by melee attacks. Lovely, just lovely. That's the ult resilience back, you know. 6%, especially with the state that crits in nowadays. 6%. If I'm unbuffed, that's reducing my crit to fucking nothing. It's lovely. Warbringer, essential. Revenge. A lot of people don't get it. Really, I don't understand why. Revenge is a lovely move. It costs 5 rage. It's practically free. It can hit for quite a lot of damage. It can also proc shield slam, and this makes it hit 2 targets and 6% more. Do I really need to say more? Get it. Now with my DPS build, I have Vigilance. Vigilance is beautiful. It really is. I've only just started to realize how beautiful it really is. Chuck it on a healer. You start War Song Culture, you start AB. Chuck it on a healer. If that healer doesn't die, you are constantly getting attack power every single time he gets hit. Yeah, it's just lovely. If you're going to build a DPS spec, get Vigilance. Really do. It's just lovely. Arena partner, chuck it on your arena partner. If you're doing 2s and whenever he gets attacked, you're going to be getting attack power. Why the fuck not? Heavy repercussions, absolutely essential. You shield block, you shield slam for 100% more when Sword and Board is cookie cutter and Shockwave is as it is. I think that pretty much covers everything. Really, these are the 2 best specs that I have discovered. I wouldn't do anything differently, and it's hard to pick between the 2 because this one does better against casters, this one has higher damage output, more time on your target, and Vigilance, which is lovely. So it really is hard to pick between them, but they are the 2 specs, as far as I'm concerned, for Prot PvP. Anywho, thanks for watching, and I hope that helps some of you guys out as far as talent points go. Next vid I will most likely be doing spells, rotations, maybe macros, and gear. That may be more than one video, possibly, maybe not. I'm experiencing a bit of lag. But yeah, hope that helps some of you guys out. If you have any questions, let me know. And if you don't agree with my spec choices, also let me know. I'm always happy to improve my Prot PvP. I personally think that I've got the 2 specs pretty much down and covered. But if you think I'm wrong, please let me know. Thanks. Hope you all have fun with Prot. It can be quite a lot of fun once you get used to it. Anyway, have fun. See ya.